Guys, welcome back to another podcast. Man, I have a special guest today. Listen, I met her through Ahmad. So how you know him though?
Ahmad and I went to undergrad together. Yes, went to Stephen F. Austin. Yeah.
Okay. So let's first of all, when I was doing some research on her, I was like, okay, let me see what she's about. She's about a lot. She's a hustler. She's a go-getter. She's a very cultural, understand what's going on in the marketplace type person.
You got all that from research?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
wow.
I do some research now. I don't just be like, oh, this person come on my podcast. No, I said I need to see what she's about. And I went from video to video, from reel to reel, looking at when you was doing the food with your own show and all of that.
Oh, dang, you really dug deep.
I was digging deep. No, I think that was back in 2020.
2021.
Okay, 2021. So introduce yourself to the audience, though.
All right. So hey, everyone. My name is Misty B.
Come on.
I am known as the food truck lady in the community. And when I say the community, that's just not Houston. That is
everywhere.
Worldwide. I have people calling me from the Netherlands.
Come on.
Serial entrepreneur. Absolutely love marketing and decided to tie in my love for marketing with food trucks and came up with my company, Brand Appetit.
I like that though. Yeah. I like. So what made? Because I never seen nobody doing it.
But people always say that to me.
But
there are people who do it in New York.
Okay.
There are people who do it in LA.
They're just not doing it right here in the South.
Now, Atlanta. Atlanta will get it sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because to me, it was very unique because I'm like, okay, she's going, asking questions. So, and one thing I know about people, they like to talk.
People love to tell their story. And I love to hear their story.
Yes, they do.
So that's me. And anyway, we'll talk about the rest of that later. I have so much, but yeah.
Yeah, so because I was like, man, you go into all these places. So once you approach them, what do they usually be a little standoffish, or are they ready to tell you the business?
Some people, I've been loving food trucks since 2013.
Okay.
And I was still in corporate.
Okay.
I can go through a whole story, but how I eventually I first got started, Lloyd, was taking food trucks. I ended up having my own. I had a whole launch party. But I would only use my food truck for brand activations and marketing campaigns.
I like that.
Meaning if Uber said, hey, Misty, we want to come to Dallas. We need a food truck. Put that wrap on the truck for a week. Make me 10, 15,000.
I love it.
Home. Spotify say they need. So I was doing that.
You was hustling.
But it was my marketing background.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to be pop up and help and put somebody come by.
Yeah.
No.
I'm with you.
What was the question? See, I lost my doubt.
No, you good. I said, how do people once you approach them, do they be standoffish or do they be like, come on?
It depends.
Okay.
Some I try to give a heads up.
Okay.
I'm gonna come by your truck.
Okay.
Would love to spend 60 seconds. I want to ask you one question. My infamous question is, what's the one thing you wish you knew before you owned a food truck?
I love it.
And sometimes I just pop up on you. So it depends. Sometimes I'm like, I'm not ready. I'm like, girl, you work on a food truck. Come on. So yeah.
Yeah, that's good though, because I think one thing I learned about podcasting, because I ended up starting a podcast, a yearly membership, because people want to know like how to do it, and so what are some of the struggles that you went through enduring in all these places? Because they got what's the black guy named My Brand something, the one that
My Southern Brand, Keandre.
Yeah, that's it. Yes. He called with it. But anyways, so what's some of the struggles?
I'm kind of an old head a little bit.
Okay.
My Southern Brand, he's still young.
Okay.
And I love him to pieces. That's my baby, but he's young. So my struggle started before then.
Okay.
What are my struggles now? I have them, but
no, I'm talking about during that time. Tell us about, take us through that journey. Like, what made you want to get started with this?
Oh, okay.
Bring us on that journey. We want to ride with you on that journey.
I almost cursed.
Now you can curse on here. This is not a Christian podcast.
So again, my first business model was to take a food truck and only use it for marketing.
So let's stop real quick. She said business model. I think you guys listen. Business. I try to put. You got to have a system in place.
You have to have a system.
I go. Sorry.
Okay. Cut me off.
Your first
business model was to take a food truck.
Okay.
Use it for marketing campaigns. That meant.
Okay. But you weren't gonna sell no food?
Hold on.
Okay. I'm listening.
Let me tell my story, Lloyd. That means that, let me use one that we did in Atlanta.
Okay.
That meant when Super Bowl was in Atlanta in 2018.
Yeah, I think 2018.
February 2018. They wanted to use a food truck.
Okay.
They just wanted to pass out free pretzels. They wanted to grow their brand.
That's it.
Okay, that's it. You see brand activations all the time. You just see them under tents and stuff.
I love it. But
they want to stand out. So
it's like a pop-up shop.
Like a pop-up shop. But they're going to say, Lloyd, we want to pay you $10,000 to use your food truck.
You can use it, please.
We're going to put a temporary wrap on, so it's not going to mess up your current wrap.
I got you.
You don't have to provide your own staff. We just need you to park it there for these 3 days. We pass that. So that was
sign me up.
Okay. So that was my original business model. So saying that. So when you first asked me, how did I get into that? My struggles were New York gets it.
Okay.
LA gets it. Chicago gets it.
Okay.
Atlanta gets it. Houston did not. So my calls have been from South by Southwest.
Okay.
And Austin.
Okay.
Austin is weird.
Yeah.
Austin, then everybody comes to South by. They're from everywhere else.
Yes.
I've had a call from Detroit.
Okay.
They were doing a campaign in Austin. So people, I'm trying to think of another one. So a friend, his food truck again in Atlanta.
Okay.
Spotify and Gucci Man for his one of his albums.
Come on.
They put a temporary wrap on his truck for a week. Drive around, playing his music, passing out ice cream cones.
I love it.
So my struggle was getting people to understand that business model. So just a little background. I went through Lift Off Houston, a business program, and I would say 2013.
Okay.
I remember one of the mentors in the program said, "We like it, but you will never be successful because food trucks are a fad."
I love when people say never.
I felt so defeated though.
Oh, you felt defeated?
Hell, that was a $10,000 prize on the table, and I made it to the top 3. I felt so defeated.
Oh, wow.
When that was their feedback. Went through another business. I've gone to so many business. I am serious about business.
Hustle. I love it. I'm the same way. Me and my wife, too. We should the same way.
Okay.
We some hustlers.
My third business program, I went in for the interview, got a last-minute call. They said that they were not going to choose me.
Okay.
Because, you have it all together. No, I don't. If I had it all together, why the hell would I be here with you?
That's true.
So they didn't want to, the lady over it did not want to pick me, Lloyd. But it was the guy who I interviewed with. I'm explaining to him this business model, giving him the same examples I just got you. He pulled out his whiteboard. He was like, "Oh, boop, 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 boop. You just got that." I said, "He got it.
He ran the
He
play."
Understand, baby. I went through that business program. Now my business model, that's still included.
Okay.
But that's not the only thing I offer because it's not so big in Houston.
Okay.
Right. And I do have major competitors. I still offer it.
You know what? I think we might have to do a business plan because you know what I want to do? You know what I want to do?
What?
A mobile podcast.
Ooh, okay, wait. You know this is possible.
No. I already seen it done.
Okay, this is very.
I seen a like a U-Haul. They had one side. They cut the whole thing with the glass.
Yep.
And then they made a door in the back.
Yep.
Hey, listen. We're gonna have to talk.
It's very possible. And I have a mobile hookah truck in Houston now. So yeah, all things are possible.
Talk about it.
Yes, all things are possible.
Oh man.
But yeah, so my hurdles were trying to get people to understand. And then I would get frustrated, Lloyd, and I couldn't explain myself properly. I didn't have the proper pitch.
Okay.
So how can I pitch your business when I don't even know? I don't have a 30-second elevator pitch. I have it all written out in this 20-page
y'all listening? Elevator pitch. Business model. You better be taking some notes. You know?
Yeah, that's my truth.
These are things people need to know. I think I learned a lot of people get in the business, they have no business plan.
Oh, yeah.
They have no structure.
Yeah.
They don't know how they're gonna scale it.
Yeah.
They don't know no system.
No.
I'm like, what are we doing?
Those are a lot of my food truckers, and I kick them behind.
Okay.
Like, what the hell are you selling here? You're not a restaurant. Why the hell you have lamb chops on this menu? They
that's true. Anyway. That's true though. That's true. So as an entrepreneur, like, how do you said it burns you when they said you would never? Because when I hear the word never telling me that. Oh, so do you know the God I serve? I don't think you know the God I serve. So you know what I'm saying? Yes. So talk about it. So how did that make you feel? And then why did you keep pushing through?
So I was defeated. Let me be and when I say defeated, let me just explain a little bit about me.
Okay.
Things have always kind of fell in my lap and have always worked out for me.
Okay, so God got to test you sometimes.
I've always walked into an interview for a marketing manager or marketing director, and I walked out with the job.
Hello.
But I didn't have the job. I was in the top 3. So my confidence
was already high. Super high. Okay.
So to hear a no, which was a blessing in the end, let me be very clear. I was like, it's almost like that child who parents always say yes.
Yes.
And that no, and it's like, but my room is clean. I did the dishes. Why can't I go to this party?
That's true.
But it knocked me down that knocked the wind out of me. But it knocked me down. I would say I stayed down for about 3 days.
Okay, 3 days.
Stayed down for about 3 days. And then I was like,
but that entrepreneur in you start to shake up.
So what am I going to do next? I mean, so,
I like that.
Yeah, you keep it. So for me, Lloyd, you said, what you say about God?
I said, do you know the God I serve?
That part. So the reason I even got into food trucks, I kept having dreams nonstop about food trucks all the time.
I like that.
I was in corporate marketing. No lie. And then I found this one food truck barbecue after a day party, Memorial Day weekend, 2013. And I was like, oh, it all makes sense. And that's when I started praying, okay, God, how do I marry my love for marketing and my love for food trucks together?
I like that.
So I was defeated, but I'm like, okay, God, you gave me this vision. This vision did not come from me. I didn't make this up. I wasn't thinking about no food truck.
I got you.
And so from there, okay, you gave it to me. What you want me to do with it?
I like that what you just said, dude. You said, how do I marry the two?
Yes.
I think people need to realize that, and I tell my wife this all the time, that's why we started One Marriage, Two Hustlers, that your hustle, you must be married to it.
You have to.
Because it's gonna take some level of dedication and commitment that you won't even believe.
Yeah.
And so many people say, well, how you don't have a job? I'm like, bro, we got multiple streams of income.
Multiple.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you got one, you're too close to zero.
Yes, it is.
So you need to get your mind together.
And when COVID happens to everybody,
come on,
that one stream of income,
come on.
a lot of people, that did a lot to them. So yeah.
Wow. So how are you picking these food trucks going around the city? How are you picking them though?
Half of them I already know.
Oh, you know.
I've been doing it for so long. But let me be clear. I again, corporate background's marketing.
Do you see new ones popping up all the time?
All the time. Okay. I walk up to you. Hey, my name is Misty B. I'm known as the food truck lady. I won $50,000 on Food Network, the great food truck race.
Hello.
Would love to interview you. You have 60 seconds to tell me your food truck story.
Love it.
I buy your food because I'm going to support your business.
Oh, yeah, of course.
There you go. And either you say yay or you say nay.
So when you started your show back in 2021, I see, I'm just guesstimating, you had like 30 people on there or more?
Oh, there were over 100 episodes in 6 months. Yeah, that's why the mayor, that's why we got the
Okay. So those folks, how did they start coming to you? So
let me be clear. I didn't start that show.
Okay.
I got a phone call.
Okay. Somebody wanted you to start.
Yes, I got a phone call. The guy who actually coined me as the food truck lady.
Okay.
In 2013, said he was saying a prayer and was like, God, I want to start a talk show.
I got you.
I don't know who I want my host to be. We tried Yolanda Adams for a little while. Then she said she didn't want to do it anymore. Like, who should it be? This dude said he was watching. He prayed that prayer.
Come on.
He was watching TV and my face comes across the commercial on Food Network.
Oh, wow.
And he said, Misty God? He called me. He said, food truck lady. I said, what's up? He said, what's been up? We hadn't talked in a while. He's an older gentleman. He said, I got this talk show.
Come on.
I want to try it out.
You don't know how God works.
So what you think? You want to do it? I said, why not? I got a big public personality. And then he told me, I knew it was you. And I prayed that. And he said, 45 seconds later, I have never seen you on TV. Your face comes across the screen.
Wow. And look, I tell people, if you stay ready, you don't have to worry about getting ready.
Listen, Linda. And so we did, it was a 6-month contract.
Okay.
We did over 100 episodes.
That's some work.
Oh, every day I was filming, sometimes 2 times a day. It was a lot of energy.
That's some work.
But the beautiful thing is, I told them one of my things. I said, I'll do the show for you, with you.
Okay. I
said, but you're going to have. I'm not going to do no politics. I'm not finna come in here and fight with people about crazy stuff. It's like, you have to let me bring in underrepresented chefs, and we got to do a Foodie Friday. I got to bring in a chef who has a skill set. They just don't have the notoriety.
So that's why I do love people like yourself, because you already kind of seen the vision. See, some people would go into it and be like, "Oh, this is what you guys want. I'm gonna do what you say." There's people
that's my personality.
So for you to have that personality, it's so good though. Because I meet someone, I'm like, man, you have to be bold as an entrepreneur. If you don't, you're missing an opportunity.
But let's talk about that boldness.
Okay.
It takes confidence to get, you have to, let me say something. I told you marketing I can go into corporate right now.
Okay.
And my skill set, I can walk out with a job, 175, 200.
Come on.
But I don't want to do that, right?
Okay,
I'd rather make 100 on my own hustling, because the freedom. Anyway, but I got to say this. So that confidence in corporate was there. That confidence in entrepreneurship had to be built.
Okay.
It did not transfer over.
Okay.
I was very insecure.
So how'd you gain it though?
Oh, how did I gain?
How did you gain that?
Trial and error, like everything else in life.
Okay.
I just I think you just get to a point. Like, so, okay, so with me doing food trucks, I got a phone call last week. Hey, we need a food truck to come out, feed 35 people. Okay, what's the fee? Oh, we don't want to pay. No.
Oh,
so, all that's cute. That was cute in 2013.
Yeah.
When I was starting out.
Yeah.
Girl, I've been in the game 10 years. And I got I got Beyonce behind my name, Food Network behind People Mag. I got a whole bunch of stuff. Hey. And you don't say that arrogantly.
No.
But you say that and you're like, I'm past that point, but I had to do that stuff at first. I had to start. So I went from.
So people need to know that sometimes when you start off, you can't start off always charging what you want to charge. No. But then as you get your once your name become bigger than than anything else, the rest is history.
When they start seeking you,
come on, talk about it.
Those phone calls they fall into your lap.
Come on, talk about
for a reason. When that happens, that's when you know. So I always say, I've struggled with this with Food Network. When they call me, they ask me to put together a chef of 2 chefs in myself to do the food truck show. And they said, oh, but it has to be 2 chefs who've never worked on a food truck. That was challenging. So we're in Alaska and I'm doing a show and I'm still standing back a little bit. Oh, I want them to shine. And my friend said, my therapist said, what the Food Network called you.
What you doing?
What are you doing?
Love it.
So I'm saying, and that was that we filmed that show in 2020. So being able to say, you know what, I deserve this. Yes. I worked hard for this. Yes. And that wasn't the Gordon Ramsay show, but I've had people. I'm not even a chef.
Yeah.
I just love talking about chefs and promoting chefs. So they're falling in your lap, and that's when you know.
And I think people need to know that. I think people need to know, like, man, listen. When you building a brand, that's the thing. I think people want to be successful overnight. And I ask people this question all the time. If I give you $1 million and there's an elephant sitting in front of us, would you eat that elephant? You got 24 hours. Would you eat them?
Ooh.
Most people would say yes. But I would say, why would you? Because your body can't digest this whole animal. Yeah. So when it comes to entrepreneurship, your 10 years, somebody will start day one and be like, I want to be like you. You can't catch up.
No, and the thing is, a lot of times you're not even ready for that level of success. What landed? So most of my success came in 2020.
Okay.
If had that landed before 2020, I wouldn't have been ready. That's just the truth.
Got you. So being prepared and understanding the different levels of success, because I really try to tell entrepreneurs, because my show is really built on entrepreneurship. And I try to tell entrepreneurs, like, man, she said some key things that, man, if you ain't writing down, you better have that. You better have that system in place. A business model. There's a lot of different business models out there that people see, but they don't know how to implement it.
Right, that part.
So let's talk about your marketing.
Oh yeah,
because they say you're the marketing queen.
Oh
So
yeah.
what made you want to get into marketing, and why is marketing so important?
Ooh, okay. So let's be clear. Now you're gonna make me tell my age. But hey, I'll be 41 Saturday.
Okay. But, so how old do you think I am?
I don't know.
You have to guess.
Now you make me think my age. 40 plus.
Yeah.
42.
43. Okay. So we rocking.
Okay.
We rocking.
So you say, what made me want to get into marketing? So my major at Stephen F. Austin was radio television.
Okay.
My last year, I took some advertising classes.
Okay.
And I was zooming through them. They were fun. I was taking tests and I was studying 92. And I know that when something, it's already you.
Listen, I tell people, people always ask me, how can I sell my product? I said, when you know more than the next person,
that's it.
You can sell a product.
Yeah.
You just got to learn how to customize it and give it to your audience. So the marketing, so it became easy. Once it became easy, then what was the step to say, I need to start doing marketing for others. I need to start marketing for myself.
My corporate background was marketing with foods. My first corporate job, I was the marketing assistant for organic sweetener company.
Okay.
So I was going to trade. I was traveling 35 times out of the year, going to fancy food shows in New York, San Francisco, Anaheim, you name it. So I've always loved, and I'm a foodie.
Okay.
Literally, not greedy.
Okay. Not greedy.
I am greedy, but I'm a foodie.
I got you.
There's a difference. There's a big difference.
I got you.
So doing that, I just always loved food. And when I fell in love with the food trucks, Lloyd, I started cold calling food trucks across the nation.
Oh, wow.
Use that word cold call. Now that may not look like picking up the phone. Now that may look like DMing someone you don't know, sending a blind email. But back in the day, it was...
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Misty B. I want to learn more about your food truck. Some people called back, some didn't.
Wow.
So I'm already in food. I'm learning about food trucks. I already have corporate marketing experience.
I like that.
Because it just came so natural. I didn't have to think about it. Like somebody can call me today for a strategy. I don't accept all clients.
Of course. You got to know who you want to deal with.
And then I take a second, I learn about you, and then I learn, okay, can I really help this person?
Okay.
If ideas come to me, 5, 6, 7, in a matter of 20 minutes, I can help you.
I got you.
If no ideas come, I'm not the person for you.
I got you.
So that's how, for me, that's my answer. It's kind of like, of course, I'm going to go with food. How do you know you're a good chef? You don't need, we can give you 6 ingredients that make no sense to anyone else.
Okay.
But you can still create something amazing. That's me in marketing. It just came so naturally.
I love that so much because you said something, that cold calling, and made me think about the SW rule. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
What is the SW rule?
Some will.
Ooh, and some
won't. So what? Ooh. Somebody's waiting.
Oh, I never heard of that, but I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
some will answer that phone. Some won't. So what? Somebody waiting to hear my voice.
That's it. That's
the mindset.
Yes.
That it takes to be. That's what I tell people too. Like when I'm handing out flyers about what I do and stuff like that, I say, look, I only deal with coaches and consultants. I don't do websites for everybody.
Gotcha.
I only do websites for people who want to be a coach or a consultant.
Gotcha.
If you just want to say, oh, I want a website, I'm not the person for you.
Gotcha.
I like to work with certain type of people.
Yeah, you have to have a niche.
Yeah, you
because I have restaurant clients too, and they and it's the money is good from restaurant clients. But I decided in February.
Okay. Oh, she made a decision.
And so we talked about business model and business plans. Okay. This is why it's good to have one.
Okay.
It's always shifting.
Oh, come on.
You shift this thing. So I still do the brand activations, right? But that's low hanging fruit. That doesn't bring in money every single day.
Talk about it.
All right. But my restaurant clients, they keep, Lord Jesus, I hang up on and they still call back. But it still keeps me in the food arena. But I made a decision in February to let go of my restaurant clients, and here's why. And I gotta know I have one onboarding now, but like you, I kind of felt it.
Yeah.
My passion is food trucks.
Yes.
My passion is helping this underrepresented chef who may not have the 300, 400,000 to start a restaurant.
Come on.
But he had the 65, 70 to start this truck.
Come on.
He has all the skills. He just needs somebody to put some strategies in place. Okay, you got the money to start it, but how do you become sustainable and profitable?
Come on.
That's my passion.
Man.
Right? So you have to make that decision on I'm going to do this or I'm not. So.
And I think you have to narrow down what your audience looks like and who you are willing. Like you said, you don't take everybody as a client.
No.
And I don't. And I learned, I said, your no become more valuable when you understand your purpose.
Yes. Yes.
You know
yes.
When people like, well, I mean, you can make $1,000 doing a website. Not interested.
No.
I passed that. All day.
I can make $1,000 selling my ebook online. Next.
Hello.
That's my mindset.
And that's how I am. So that's why I said, when somebody said, well, how can I create a product? I said, listen, my podcast, I created 3 products because you got the person that said, oh, I ain't going to pay you $2,500. Ebook, $47.
There you go.
You got a person that says, well, the ebook didn't give me enough. Digital course, $297, 5 hours and 48 minutes of just podcasting information.
There you go.
What you want to do. So you give people options.
It is. And you can tell, you can so tell we're consultants. And this is what you do when you're in the service industry.
Because
we don't have, of course, I'm going to always bring it back everything to food.
Yes, of course.
But we don't have food, right? So you see the value in spending $15 at Wingstop for these, 8 lemon pepper wings.
Yeah.
With the fries, with the seasoning salt. Come on, somebody.
Come on. And you're sick. And it's not really good.
You see the value in that, but sometimes you don't see the value in my expertise. And so for me, I'm not big on selling you. You can read about me, you can research me, but better talk to my other clients. Talk to my clients, see what they have to say. And everybody's not a good fit, and I may not be a good fit for you, and that's okay.
Hey, write this down. Amateur sales, professional sort.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
I need some pen and paper.
I'm just saying, I don't sell you anything.
No, I'm not selling.
I say, man, look, you want to know what I do? Go to my website.
Yeah.
Check me out. If you see something you like, holler at your boy.
Yeah.
With or without you, I'm driving traffic to me. So how difficult is it to work with family members when it comes to like? I mean, when it comes to work like food trucks, like you don't have no family who got food trucks.
I don't have any family members who have food trucks.
Okay, I'm just. She's like, what? Oh,
no, but my clients, a lot of times, it's a husband-wife team.
Okay,
on a truck. Sometimes you get little cousins, this and that, and so that's usually where you have to start off a lot, especially right now in the hospitality industry, across the board, from restaurants, hotels, food trucks. It's been really hard for them to retain staff.
So this is another thing too, because I want to ask this question because you have the restaurant industry and the food truck industry.
Yeah.
If you can draw a line in the sand, what's the big difference between the two?
Oh, the big difference. Well, hell, one is mobile. Let's start there. One is on wheels.
Okay.
The big difference in the two, I would have to say, for real, seriously, one is a brick and mortar.
Okay.
You have to go to them. You have to go there. It's going to be, it's going to be an experience. It's going to be a sit down.
Got you.
Food and wine, depending on where you go.
Got you.
Type of experience.
Got you.
Food trucks are fun. Food trucks are fun. Food trucks is when I leave the club at 3, 4 in the morning.
Hey, I can
go to that taco truck.
Come on,
with $10 cash and come back with a full belly. It's an experience.
I got you.
So they're two experiences, but depending on what you're looking for, food trucks come with a lot of hype.
Oh, they do. It's
the hype.
They do. Because somebody will tell you, man, I've been there. And so
me
and my wife went on date nights just to go to a food truck.
It's hype. It's hype. It's like these people, if you ever go inside of a food truck, it's so small. Honey, it's so tiny. But it's like, wow, they created this and this. They created these flavors. And so it's the hype. It's the experience. It's the joy. It's like the ice cream truck when we were kids.
Yeah. You hear that noise. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
That's the difference between a food truck and a restaurant. It's that joy and this comes out of us as adults, even though it's not an ice cream truck anymore.
So do you think that some food trucks they got peak points like nighttime versus evening?
It's going to depend on your business model. The word of the day to ladies and gentlemen is business model.
Okay.
But I say that because I have food trucks. Is it okay if I call out some names? Hungry Heroes here in Houston, Texas. Justin, his food truck, they don't go out until they're in 3rd Ward about 10 o'clock. Until about 3, 4 in the morning. And then after that, every Friday and Saturday, they go feed the homeless, whatever they didn't sell.
Oh, wow.
So he does great with late nights.
I love
have other food trucks that only come out for catering.
They
not coming out for dope. They not popping up hoping you spend $20, $25 at their truck. They have secured a catering contract for a birthday party, a corporate event, or a wedding. That's if you come to my course, that's the business model. That's where you're gonna make it.
So you do have a course?
I'm talking.
Okay.
But let me tell you, I do got to tell you about my ebook. You want to hear about it?
Yes. Let's talk about it.
It's almost done.
Okay. How many pages?
It's almost done.
Guesstimation.
Ooh.
Give me a guesstimation.
Ooh.
Just have to guess.
If I have to guess, 45 to 50 pages.
Okay, good. Now, why should people buy this ebook? Let's talk about that.
Why should people buy this ebook? So the name of the ebook is So You Think You Want to Own a Food Truck.
Ooh, I like that.
The ebook is not just to me. So remember back in the day, you said you were in your 40s. Remember when we would read Word Up?
Yes.
Source Magazine?
All that.
Remember when they would interview artists?
Yes.
And they would write the question and then so Lloyd.
So you're going to have pictures of everybody you interviewed?
Have pictures. And it's like it's a Q&A style. And I have stories of 7 food trucks across the nation. So we're from Houston, Atlanta, Miami, New York, Washington State. And the purpose of this, because it's kind of like your question.
Okay.
Every food truck story is different. So we talk about the age that they were when they started the truck. We talk about the one thing they wish they knew. They give advice to aspiring food truck owners. They talk about how they're making their money today. Some still have 1 food truck. Some have retired. Some have 2 food trucks and a brick and mortar. Now,
they on the mission.
But even writing it, I'm getting so, even though I did
get excited
because it's like it's in, you know what, you can find information about food trucks online.
I got you.
But these are 7 real life stories. Some people one girl started hers at 56. One dude started his at 23. So it's like no matter who you are or where you are in life, you'll find something in this book relatable.
And I think I love stories.
Okay, me too.
I'm a storyteller.
Me too.
So I don't even call myself a digital creator. I call myself telling stories to people who want to follow my story.
Ooh,
okay,
like that.
That's it. So this is the thing, though. So when people reading this book, what kind of feeling you think they're going to get? What
excitement.
kind of?
They're going to get excitement.
Is it educational or is it just straight?
It's informative.
Okay, informative.
So after every chapter.
Okay.
After every chapter, say we do your story.
Okay.
I do yours. We talk. We go through this interview Q&A. I give my takeaways.
Okay.
I have takeaways. So you read this whole story, but here are the key takeaways. Because people think food trucks are so fun. They are. But again, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Houston for a second.
Come on.
You start a truck in Houston. It's 100 degrees outside. It's 120 degrees on their food truck. Are you ready for that?
Are you ready?
Like, can you sustain that? Let's talk about me. When in Alaska in the wintertime, it was a negative 14 degrees.
Man, I don't know if I can make it.
What do you do when your knife is so frozen that you get freezer burns from holding it to cut up the onion? Like, so we tell real life stories to inspire you, but to give you real information.
That's good.
So that's why I said, so it is educational, but it's more informative. It's more. It's gonna make you. That's why it's called.
That should be a DVD too, like
not
a DVD, like a upsell on telling their story.
What do you mean?
Okay, let's talk about it.
Let me get my pen.
All right, let's talk about it real quick. So now you got the ebook.
Yes.
The ebook in front of you. Now we take those same stories and say, hey, if you want to meet them for an extra $97 you get to watch a video.
I like
and they can tell your story about them.
I like that because they all have amazing stories.
That's what I'm saying.
I like
so
that.
Then you can do I'm gonna give you some free game. You can do a show their food truck. Show inside the food truck, show them making their food, and then let them tell their story.
I can do that. The hard part about that is, what about the one in Vashon, Washington?
That's what
the hard about.
Maybe they can film it and send it to you. I'm just saying.
I like that. I like that.
It'd be good because this is the thing. They did a survey. They asked people, you got a reality TV show or a movie.
Yeah.
Would you rather listen to it? Would you rather watch it? Or would you rather read it?
I'd rather see it.
See it. That's watching it. So 91% of the people say they want to watch it.
Well, that's perfect. Because so the upsell is I have a food truck boot camp where we have in the boot. Oh yeah, baby, this is real.
Let's go.
So in the boot in the boot camp. It's a 5-day boot camp. $500. It's
come on.
It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. 5 days, 10 participants only.
love it.
But on that, we're going to be on a food truck. It's virtual, so they get to hear a real life story from real life food truck. So it's not going to happen exactly like you said.
I like it. You own it. You own it.
But the guy from Atlanta who's made $100,000 from these brand activations with his food truck.
I got you.
He's going to tell his. You'll get a chance to hear from him. So it'll be something different. Yeah,
people love that. I think that's what people love to see stories.
Yes.
That's why I like podcasts, because podcasts allow me to talk to so many just amazing people.
Absolutely.
And at the end of this year, we're having our first annual podcast ball. So you are invited.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? We want to put a lot of Black excellence in
the
room in Houston, Texas. Because my wife have her own podcast too. Her podcast is called Allow Yourself Grace.
Ooh.
And she is really for Black women.
I need to be on that one too.
Oh, yeah.
I got a lot of stories.
Oh, what?
Oh,
I'm gonna have to
tell her. Yes.
Yes. So, and she just talks to about like mental health. Talk about just Black women, empowering more Black women.
Yes.
And pushing that purpose. And I think it's so. Matter of fact, she had 2 people tonight. I think it's so amazing. Just to see. So we're running 3 podcasts.
Y'all getting it.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all getting it.
I got this one. Then we have a paid one, which is One Married, 2 Hustlers, which we're not afraid. We was one of the first people to charge for content. People be like, what? You want us to pay $10 to watch our podcast? Yes.
Yeah. You paid $10 to watch HBO?
All day.
And I watch one show.
That's how it is though. So you got a time capsule. This big. This wide, this big. It's 3 things you can put in there for people to remember you by.
Oh,
what are those 3 things? Now, you're on your way out. You need to put these 3 things in there. You're on your way out of here.
Okay.
We want to pull it up 1,000 years later so people can know and remember you by. What are those 3 things?
Those 3 things. The first one would be a woman of God. And when I say that, truly, truly spiritual and truly connect. Like, it's a scripture that says that Noah walked with God daily. Like, as an entrepreneur,
Come on.
On the back of this thing, y'all can't see it probably. But Lloyd has, you got to have 100% faith.
Yes.
This is not a cakewalk. You have no job description. If you don't stay connected to God, I don't know how the hell you do.
Man, come
and I'm
on.
serious because your job description comes from your spirit. So your heart has to be open, which means you can't be okay. Anyway.
Yes, I love it. Talk about it.
Woman of God would be first because I gotta hold God's hand daily to do what I do. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. That's number one.
I love it.
Number two, inspirational. This girl was inspiring. The reason I go around interviewing these food trucks, that's not for me. I'm sharing their stories for the community because there's so much healing in our truths. There's so much healing in, oh my God, they can do it. I can do it. The third one, it just full of life. Like when I walk out of here.
You better leave that ebook in there. You better leave that ebook in there. You better leave that ebook in there.
Okay, the ebook may not be in there, but I'm going to tell you what is in there.
Okay, come on.
Every single journal that I've had as an adult, I save. And my prayer is that when I die, that it's dispersed to whoever's supposed to get it for whatever healing they need to get for that season of their life. So that would be it.
So my thing is, I tell people this every time too. You said something that was key. I tell, we got people that work here with us. And I always say, hey man, I'm not too good to do any job.
That's right.
So if we got clients coming in, we need to move furniture around and you editing the video, can you just stop editing the video and help?
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's too good. Don't matter if I'm the boss here. It doesn't matter. I don't be like, hey man, y'all do that. I'm like, no. Clients are coming. They be here in 30 minutes. Let's move this furniture around and get it set up for them. So I think it's very important to have that servant leadership.
You have to. I say it all. I like that servant leadership. Yes. I say it all the time. I say, I'm the CEO of Brand Appetit. I'm the janitor.
Come on.
Because like you said, if something needs to, if I'm on a food truck for an event, grease spills, we're going to clean the grease up. It ain't this.
Oh, yeah. No, and I think people so entitled. Like I'm only here to do this job.
You want to have that conversation? Because I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss people off. You ready?
Go ahead, I'm ready.
The people who are entitled the most. I love my people that look like me. But I'm so sick of y'all. It ain't fair.
Lord,
let me tell you why.
Help the people.
How do you not have anything but entitlement?
Wow.
We are okay. So now I'm getting off topic, but we're one of the.
Talk about it.
We're at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to everyone else. When it comes to the Jews, when it comes to Japanese, Nigerians, American blacks are down here, and I really believe it's entitlement.
You know what pissed me off the other day? I'm in the barbershop, and I'm not gonna say the guy name because he might watch the podcast. But he said he probably know who I'm talking about. I ain't gonna say his name though. He said, we got to teach these black kids. He's a coach at a school.
Okay.
At a high school. Head coach. Anyways, we got to teach these black kids on how to follow these white kids to class so they can get that paper. Here go my mindset. Are we talking about a paper in a degree? Are we talking about that money, that paper?
Yeah.
The paper for the degree. I said, this is why my swag on movement, which is called Stop Wasting Abilities and Gifts on Nothing for Kids, is to teach kids to be entrepreneurs. Because everybody not built to go to school. I'm going to pick a hustler, a drug dealer type dude, and give him some skills. And I guarantee he will probably outdo.
Let me be very clear. Drug dealers make the best businessmen because they don't they doing it without it. Again, it's coming natural to them. How their chef, it comes natural. They know they understand the sales pipeline. They understand cost of goods sold. They understand production. They understand procurement. What other word I need to throw out there that we learned in college? So but and I agree, teach them to hustle. But we as a culture, we gotta do better.
We gotta do better.
We have to do better. We have to want it, and we have to want it enough to work for it. Because if you're hungry,
come on,
you know the saying. I can teach you how to fish. I can keep providing the fish for you. And I love what you said. We gotta teach these kids how to fish, but they have to want it. Now I don't know if we can teach want. I can't teach you hustle.
No. I can't teach hustle.
Can't teach hustle.
There's a fine line, and I want you to talk about this a little bit, between confidence and cockiness.
Ooh,
Let's talk about it. Talk about it.
So I'm gonna use arrogance.
Yes,
arrogance is a cockiness. That's my word.
Yeah, that's cool.
My saying for that is arrogance is a false confidence.
Okay.
Arrogance, you need to walk in the room and be the best and need everybody's eyes on you.
Come on.
And you need that. Confidence is, I'm going to walk in this room and what's meant for me is meant for me. It's going to come to me. It's not going to miss me. I don't have to speak loudly. I don't have to fake it. Hi. Yes. And shake everyone's hands. I'm going to walk in this room. I'm going to be my authentic self. The people that connect with me are their authentic selves. So I get to rush through all the fluff.
Yes.
And there we go. But arrogance, cockiness, it's a complete false confidence. Because that same person, can I use an analogy?
Yeah, please do.
It's a sexual one.
Use it.
So one of the
use it.
I always say, ladies, hear me out.
Come on.
Men, hear
Talk
me
to
too.
him. Talk to him.
But a man who is always going around talking about his penis size.
Come on.
Really? That's arrogance. That's a false confidence.
Come on.
Look how big this is. That's 5.5. Okay, sir. But a man who never says that,
come on,
will take you in his bedroom and will do things to you. So it's kind of like that. It's arrogance. I don't have to, Lloyd, I don't have to tell you who I am. You're going to see who I am.
You're going to see my presence, my wall. So there's another thing. What's the difference between humble and hungry?
Ooh, you're breaking it down today. So humble. Okay, let's start there with humility.
Okay.
For me, you have to keep your feet on the ground, no matter how far God takes you.
Come on, God.
Because if your feet come off that ground and you start doing that crazy stuff, you can get knocked down. And let me be clear, God don't have no problem knocking the wind at you.
He don't. He don't.
So to me, that's humility. That's knowing everything I have.
Okay.
You are my source.
I got you.
This is not your source. This microphone ain't your source.
No.
None of this is your source. These things, the gift that you have to be able to produce as effortlessly, create the websites effortlessly.
Come on.
That's a gift.
That's a gift.
It's like a person who didn't go to any type of music school, but can play piano.
Crazy.
It's a gift. You did not put that gift there. Don't. In the moment you think you did,
it's over.
That's when you stop being humble. And then you said hungry. Hungry is, okay, God, you've given me this gift.
I ain't gonna sit on it.
Why am I gonna waste? You've given me this gift and you've given me favor. So think about this. So if the gift let's do it in numbers. If the gift is 50% of you.
Okay.
You got 25% favor on your life. That's 75% done. That means only 25% is on you.
Your hustle.
That's your hunger.
Yes.
So you don't even have to be starving. You just have to say, well, you know what, God, I acknowledge that you put this in me. I don't know where to start, but I know you put this in me. I know you keep giving me these dreams about these food trucks. Hey. I don't care about this in 2012.
Come on.
What do I do with this? That's the hunger. And then you get that and then you go with it.
So that's what I try to tell people too. I'm going to say a phrase and tell me what you think about it. Your legacy is not what you leave people. Your legacy is what you leave within them.
Absolutely. I agree 110%.
So I try to tell people that because it's like whatever, because one of my goals, and I'm focused on it every day, is to help 100 people become a millionaire with their own products.
Like that.
That's one of my personal goals because I'm big on my brand is Why Now Is Your Time. I focus on 3 things: life, brand, legacy. I tell people how to design their life, create their brand, leave your legacy with your own information and products. We all have information inside of us.
It's called your intellectual property.
Come on. And so, like you said, we at the bottom of the barrel a lot of stuff because we're not educated. And the problem is when I understand that, hey, I can go get Lloyd Christten LLC. Now I got an EIN number that I can open up a business account and I can open up lights and I can put a house in my name with my EIN number, not my social security.
That's a whole different game.
No, you starting to
And that education doesn't come from university. I mean, let me be clear. I would never take my university experience away because I had a blast.
Yeah.
But it wasn't for the degree.
Come on.
I work on food trucks. I deal with food trucks every day. There was no program on that.
Yes.
But you don't give. That's hunger.
That's hunger.
That's okay. You see somebody else do it.
Come on.
Okay, so if this happened for them, there's some resources. Yeah, let's talk about. You can go to YouTube to start.
So there's a phrase I always bring up. I say, what plays are you running and what bars are you dropping? Ooh. So this is you. Listen,
hold on. So when I had my talk show,
okay,
sometimes my executive producer would say, this person wants to know the questions before. I'm like, no, because I like to, dude, you are doing me like I do me. Do people. Okay, come on.
All right, so the plays you are running is your marketing, and the bars you are dropping is your content. So how important is marketing and content together?
What? Okay. So now put that camera on me.
Oh,
So listen, when I graduated from Stephen F. Austin in 2005,
okay,
Facebook had just been created. Okay. So there were no classes on social media, and Facebook at that moment was just for college kids. I think they may have just opened it up.
Come on.
So a few more people, I can't remember. But let me tell you, and I hated Facebook when it came out. I just like, this is stupid. But now let's be clear. Let me tell you the opportunity. So marketing and content. Before, when I was in school getting this degree, you had to pay for billboards.
Come on.
Media placement in radio, television, magazines,
Come on.
all of this. Now, the power of social media and marketing and content, you get to be your own marketing guru. So that means, number one,
come on,
you're saving money. Unless you're hiring somebody like me to put a strategy together for you.
Yes.
Even with that, it's going to cost you a hell of a lot less than running a radio ad or a billboard. Okay. Number two, content. Listen, I'm going to tell you what I just told a client on Friday.
Come on.
Your job is to drop and plant seeds.
Come on.
What I mean by that is using keywords. You may hear SEO a lot.
Yes.
That means search engine optimization. I love to make marketing simple.
Yes.
So I'm going to say keywords. So for example, again, I make everything about food. So if you're selling, let me think of something, some chicken and rice, and you come on here on this page and tell me, look at my chicken and rice, that ain't gonna move nobody.
Nobody.
We've all been eating chicken and rice our whole life, all right? Especially as colored folk. But if you come on here and tell me, I sauteed this chicken and it marinated overnight.
Telling a story.
Storytelling. So your goal is to use keywords. So I would encourage everybody, think of 3 keywords that represents your brand.
I just told you. What's yours?
Food truck. Mentor. Inspiration. You put those words in, that's it. So that way the people go to Instagram, Facebook. So anywhere they go, they can find you. But now
to put that sauce on that is, if you take an action word and a power word and put it together.
That's it.
That's when it comes with the power.
But I think content has turned people. I think people have you're using the word, but they don't understand the meaning.
Okay.
They think content is me coming in here and just grabbing this. No. So after this interview with Lloyd, I am going to went on here to talk about this ebook. That's what I'm selling.
Yes.
I mean, I'm gonna say more than that, but that's gonna be one of the key things. So you need to always be thinking. I tell my clients before my food trucks, before we went on Fox 26, before we go on Deborah Duncan. It depends on who your audience is.
Yeah,
so one of my food trucks, the brunch bus, great food by the way.
Have I been there yet?
I don't know, but we have to bring you. I have to bring some food.
Okay.
So he was on Deborah Duncan one day. So I'm like, okay, let's go over our media training. What we're going to talk about. Oh well, I'm going to promote. I'm going to be at late night. Sir, this is Deborah Duncan's show. Their target audience, and I'm looking at I'm being funny. When I look at my watch, I'm being facetious. Their target audience is not a late night club.
Come on.
So you need to know who you're talking to. I said, so we're doing this episode. We're going to promote caterings. We're going to talk about weddings, having the food truck at your wedding, engagement, or office. Now, when we did Fox 26, guess what we talked about? We were able to talk about the late night.
Yeah.
We're able to talk about this.
Isaiah, let you talk about it.
Yes. So you need to know who you're talking to.
True.
And so who you're talking to, that's how you create the content. The content is not going to be, it's going to be consistent. Those 3 things that you're selling are going to be consistent, but how you're wording it, it's going to be different.
I went to a lot of people's website because I get people that would come here and be like, yeah, man, I want you to critique my website. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Go to their website. I say, your website uninviting. They say, what you mean by that? It's like you coming to my house. I open up the door, and then I don't speak to you. I just say, open up. I go, and I go sit down. You're like, what's up, Lloyd? I'm like, I'm just still not speaking to you. I go to your website. You don't have no video that said, hey, what's up? Welcome to the site, man. Look, there's a couple things you need to look around. You're not speaking to me. You just got pictures. Pictures don't talk to people. Videos talk to people.
Especially
so many people don't have I'm like, man, your website is uninviting. You're not speaking. You want me to go to your about page. You're not talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? I need you to go to your pop. Hey, listen, man. I started off being an entrepreneur 10 years ago. This is what happened. These are the struggles. I'm an author of this book. I got this and this. People.
Because your story is what will sell you.
Yes.
People do business with people that they like.
Yes. No, like, and trust.
There you go. And so how they're going to get a chance to know you, like you, is to hear your story.
Yes.
Know you is depending on what you offer. Me and you probably offer some type of free 15 minutes something to get to know us. Easy. And then build that relationship.
So let's talk about, I got some words I'd like to bring up.
Okay.
You tell me the meaning of the words.
Okay. I like this. This is my, so let me be clear.
Okay.
I've been on Food Network.
Okay, come on.
I had my own talk show.
Okay.
I've been on I've been on a lot of TV.
Okay.
But I have never had and a lot of podcast interviews too.
Okay.
You throwing questions at me that I love it.
All right. So money, there's an acronym called momentarily owned, not externally yours. What do money mean to you?
Okay. Give me the acronym again.
Momentarily owned, not externally yours.
Oh, not externally. So what does money mean to me?
To me, it means money is just a tool. What do it mean?
Yes, I was going to say it's a resource. It's a resource to allow me to live the life that I like to live. That's it.
I love it. Next word is pour.
Ooh.
Acronym, passing over opportunity repeatedly.
Ooh, so that means, okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. That was so good. I was ready. Okay. Ooh, that's good. So pour, I'm going to use this. Pour would mean poor in spirit. And we know that's what we're not. If we all have gifts that have come from God, that means that you have a poor, lack mindset, that you're not using that gift that's inside of you.
Ooh, talk about it. The next one is faith. And there's an acronym.
Okay.
For anything, I trust him, which is God.
Ooh.
Talk about it.
Faith is, Lord have mercy. It's one of the most amazing things you could ever have, but it's very scary because you cannot see. It's almost like being in a dark room with the blindfold on. And you're just like, okay, God, I know you're guiding me. And and that's it.
Wow. Now that's good. That's good. Denial. Acronym. Don't even notice I am lying.
Oh, come on. Now, this was a good one.
Okay.
Black women, this is for you. And we're talking about entrepreneurs, but Black women, baby, Black folk, we got to start taking accountability.
Come on.
We love to. Perfect example. Lloyd just talked about how we need to have more videos on our website.
Yes.
My eyes was like, oh, shoot. I knew he's talking to me. Now, I could have sit here. Give me the acronym again for denial.
Don't even notice I am lying.
So I could have sat there and denied that. But I'm going to be honest. I need to add some videos to my website so that it can be more engaging. And so that, to me, denial is lying to yourself, not honoring the truth that is within you.
Man, rich means residual income create happiness. So what can people do to become or to live their purpose?
Oh, okay. What can you do to become your purpose? Relive your purpose. First, you got to be aware of it.
Okay. Awareness. Number one.
Number one is awareness. Like most people don't even know.
That's true. I know. I mean,
so being aware of it, it can be simple. I love meat. I love food. I love marketing. That's so simple. I think people overthink it.
Okay.
But to live your purpose, and you said to be happy, like
residual income creates happiness. Yes.
That's it. You find your way. You find.
Man.
It's gonna take. Somebody said to me once, a very wealthy guy. I loved it too. He said, as entrepreneurs, we keep throwing stuff on a wall.
Come on.
We throw something until something finally sticks.
Come on.
And that's it. That's why we said earlier, you're going to keep recreating that business model. It's not going to stay the same.
Come on.
Even think about it. Uber started out with driving. They started out with car service. Then they went to food service. Then they started groceries. Now they do liquor. Your business model, that's shit. So I think a lot of times, I know I'm off topic.
No, come on. Give it to them.
Look at what some of the big boys are doing.
Come on.
Say, how can I do this? They're not doing, they've already... Real quick marketing story. I don't know. Do you know the story behind Walgreens and CVS?
No.
So let me teach entrepreneurs. Let me teach you how to save some money real quick.
Let's go.
All right. So as we all know, Walgreens is the bigger brand.
Yes.
Okay. Walgreens, I want to say, had spent $2.2 million just researching the the busiest traffic sections across this nation. So CVS got a hold of this. They knew that they were doing that. So they saved $2.2 million by building a CVS across the street from Walgreens.
I love it.
You see what I'm saying? That's why people always say, why you see them across the street? That's why. So the advice there is do the same thing as entrepreneurs.
And I tell people all the time, there's no competition.
No.
There's collaboration. Because Lobes is not worried about Home Depot. Target showing the hell ain't worried about Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
I tell my clients, I say, last time I checked, McDonald's, Burger King, Five Guys, Smash Burger, Dairy Queen.
They're all in business.
All of them, they're all selling burgers, but nobody will ever be able to do it like you. I said.
All right, so then the next 3 to 5 years, where you see yourself?
Oh, listen, Linda. All right, great question. So we're gonna go 3. We're not gonna go 5.
Okay, let's go 3. Let's go 3
years. I see myself with a food truck university.
Oh, I love it.
And what that looks like is a whole bunch of digital products.
I'm helping a couple right now build out their digital products. They call risk takers.
Oh, okay.
But they have a box truck.
Okay.
And they're young too.
Okay.
They 25 and 30, making $500,000 a year. But now
they doing better than me. Okay.
But now they trying to they wanna do courses where people can just go to their webpage.
Yeah.
And click, and the course is just there.
I love that.
So they will be one of our first couples that become millionaires.
There you go. So that's 3 years. That's
okay. So 3 years.
3 years food truck, and it's going to be so many digital products on there. From creating your menu, you can just drop and upload it. From the ebook to workbooks.
Yes.
Most people don't even know how to calculate food costs. There's going to be a worksheet on that. So that's 3 years. You know what? We're not going to put that on 3 years. We can put that by the end.
You got the domain name already?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Baby, again, this is how God works really quickly.
Yes.
I was half asleep. Pay attention when you're in there waking up, sleeping phase, because God will be dropping nuggets. And I was half asleep, and it came loud and clear. Food Truck University, and I forgot it. And I think the next, but this is if you pay attention, if you're quiet enough, you can
talking too much.
That's it. Talking too much, or your mind going too much.
Come on.
I think the next day I felt it again. I went on that doggone GoDaddy so fast. And I haven't done nothing with it, but I don't care.
It's coming.
It's coming. So it's just preparation season.
And I tell people that all the time, man.
And I gotta cut you off.
Come on.
Turn back on me.
Okay, come on. It's all you.
It's all you. I gotta say something to you.
Okay.
So let me tell you how God works.
Okay.
You ready for this? So you just said paying attention. You said not talking too much.
Yes.
It's a scripture that we all know in Psalms called "Be Still." People think "Be Still" means, "Oh, Lloyd, don't go to the podcast studio today." It's not "Be Still."
No.
Be still is in your mind.
Yes.
In your heart so you can hear.
Come on.
So perfect example. I kept hearing and seeing all around me. It's time. It's time.
Come on.
It's time. Then I randomly meet Lloyd, get a text. And Lloyd says the name of his podcast is Why Is Now
Your Time?
Your Time. So I'm saying it to say God is always speaking.
Yes,
the question is, are we listening?
That's true.
Now I don't know what it's done for. I got a couple ideas.
Yeah.
But that's how, and that's the same thing with entrepreneurship. Because again, you don't get a job description. You and your wife may be getting a new name for a podcast. Food show. No, but
we tried to we started a YouTube channel like 2018, and I'm gonna show you the ratchetness.
Okay,
I'm gonna show you first podcast. See, I laugh when people say, "Oh, podcast, you just trying to start a podcast." 2018, we started a podcast. The mics weren't even hooked up. We were sitting on the table. We was talking. We
had the vision.
I had the vision.
This stuff is gonna come.
It's here. And this is part 1. Part 2 is 10,000 square foot building coming soon. 5 podcast rooms for a podcast network.
And let me be clear, Lloyd got a studio right about here. Let me be clear. This ain't no rinky dinky.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The vision gets bigger.
Yeah, it does.
So
and you have to obey though. That's why it says obedience is better than sacrifice.
All day.
Because you have to obey what God is putting in you. And this is the thing. Camera.
Come on, camera. Let's go.
I got to say this to y'all. So this is the thing. Lloyd asked me earlier how I got defeated after not getting that in that business program, I got in the program, but not getting the $10,000 reward. The thing is, and I say this to all my clients or whenever I do a speaking engagement.
Come on.
God gave the vision to you. It's not a community project. That means
stop sharing it.
That means everybody may not see it, but the right people will see it, and that's okay. So please, so I know sometimes we can be discouraged.
Yeah, and I think my best friend said, I didn't see what you were saying when you said podcast room rented out. He seen this, he was like, oh, I see what you're saying.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But some people got to physically see it. Come on.
But God has given it to you. And sometimes, like you said, so if you know you have some fear around it, that's not the time to share it. Because imagine if you would have had fear, and your best friend said that. I had that with the food truck stuff. God had gave me these visions, but because nobody in Houston understood, I stepped back for a minute. That's on me.
Yeah.
And I can say, "Oh God, look what you did," or "Misty, look what you did."
Because all you need is a mustard seed. A mustard seed. People don't understand how great that is. So I try to turn it around. Is it anything you want to ask me?
Oh, you know what I'm saying? So you should have told me this ahead of time. Wow, I had a book.
Yeah.
Let me think. Hold on.
Yeah. It's a.
Why do you do what you do?
Man, number one, my mom passed away at 50. And I realized she died from breast cancer. But I realized that we don't know how long we're here. God told me there's only 3 things you can do with time. You can spend it, you can invest it, or you can waste it. And he said, be very guarded about what you do with your time. And so that's why I wrote my book was on the shelf for 10 years before I even released it.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? And this is now God had imported in me 3 more other books I'm about to release.
I love that.
You know, and I love pouring into people. When I meet people, they become family.
That's right. I'm with you on that.
You know what I'm saying? They become family. Some of the people I meet are more family than my family. Yeah. You know, so people get real connected. So I'm just on a mission to serve others. There's an acronym I call HOPE, which means hope. Hope stands for help other people excel. If you help enough people get what they want out of life, God gonna give you what you want out of life.
Yeah.
I don't look at you and say, "Oh, she's a consultant. I gotta compete with her."
Yeah.
I believe God have people assigned to people.
Absolutely.
And if you don't live your purpose,
and everybody ain't your assignments. Yeah,
everybody not your assignment.
Very true.
So you can't worry about it. I used to be when I was younger. I was like, man, I'm gonna help everybody. Then God said, no, sir, you will not. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna help a certain amount of people.
And so entrepreneurs, that's a very good point. You know, you will know who's assigned to you.
Yes.
You could feel it.
Yes. And then that's why I try to tell people, don't be money hungry. This is the thing. When you operate in your business to pay your bills, you can't even think straight.
You can't.
On you.
Camera.
It's on you.
Listen, Linda. So Lloyd made some very valid points that I want to speak on. Number one, he said he wanted to serve people. In life, especially as Americans, I feel like a lot of times that we want to do things for selfish reasons. Of course, he and I both want to be entrepreneurs because we like our freedom.
Yes, I love my freedom.
Like we could both go into corporate, and I promise you, they would offer us money. But you have to have a servant's heart to do 2 things right now. One is to be an entrepreneur. You have to serve.
Come on.
And you may be serving a minute before you get comfortable as you want to be. Number 2, and it's me speaking of Black women again. So I've been married before. I'm divorced now. Okay. But probably be married soon again. But
so you got a new boo.
Get out my business.
I'll invite y'all on the podcast, on the One Marriage Two Hustler podcast. You know what I'm saying? You got a new boo. Okay, go.
Lloyd, stay focused. But 2, to be a wife or a husband, you have to have a servant's heart. So no matter what it is that we want to do in this world, if you're not doing it from that servant's, you're not here for you. Lloyd and I just talked about us having gifts. These gifts ain't for us.
Nah,
these gifts are for people, and y'all's gifts are for us. So your gift is for the community. So again, I'm gonna bring everything back to food. You're a chef. You're not cooking just for you. You're cooking for the people. Lloyd has this amazing studio. He didn't just build this for himself. He's renting out this room. He's doing that. It's for the people. So just remember, reevaluate yourself. Don't beat yourself up. But are you doing this from a servant's heart? If you're not, you need a moment because you'll be doing it from a place of greed. And greed can only go so far.
Man. So, and I love that, man, because I think so many people I meet, and they was like, man, if I could I said, let me tell you, it took a lot of hustle and grit for me to get job free. I used to work at the railroad.
BNSF or
no, for a company called Wyco.
Okay.
So I used to work for this company, but this is the thing. People, when I was trying to walk away, people was like, man, you don't want to miss out on all this money, pension. My wife said, you better quit that job. I got us. She said, you got too many gifts.
What a teammate.
Yes. She said, you got too many gifts. for you to be at that place. Walk away. I'm gonna stay working, and then I'm gonna become an entrepreneur, and that's what happened.
Teammates.
Yeah, man.
I see why she has a podcast.
Oh yeah, she cold with it, don't she?
That's
you know,
a lot of wives wouldn't have said that.
I already know.
Okay,
she's very special.
Yeah, so count your blessings.
But again, she seen my vision though.
That's beautiful.
And then as she seen my vision, she was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
I see something. You need to go get it."
Listen.
And now we both.
Can we talk about alignment? Come on.
Come on, man. And we met at, you don't even know.
I do. The club.
Nope.
Oh. I was just guessing.
POF.
Shut the front door.
People don't believe us. And
You're the second person I know. How long we got married?
We got 5 years.
You're the second person I know.
And we got married in Jamaica.
Okay.
And we brought 52 people with us. So
awesome. Okay. Beautiful. I got married Turks and Caicos.
Oh, okay. So you
a long time ago.
You got kids?
No children.
Okay, no children yet.
No children. So.
We don't have no kids either, so we working on something.
No. Okay.
We don't know. Anyways, any more questions you want to ask me? Any more questions?
I do.
Oh, come on.
Time capsule.
Ooh.
What would you put in there?
Ooh.
You can only choose one thing, though.
Ooh.
I'm not giving you 3.
A letter.
Ooh.
Just to tell people like how I thought.
Ooh, I like
and
that.
how they should think.
Wait a minute, you gonna make them think like you, Lloyd?
No, I want them to get on the trajectory of thinking on life, brand, legacy.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Because to me, I'm building something that's bigger than me.
Got you.
So like these books I'm dropping, I got so much other information. I'm dropping a motivational mix.
Okay.
There's a lot of like just some people put in their car, they can be like, okay, living out your purpose. I'm speaking. It's so much stuff I want to do with people because people need hope, man. I'm telling you, the world hurting. They hurting.
So that's I got my last question.
Okay, come on.
If you could leave, it's your last day on earth. You could leave one message.
Come on.
To Black people.
Uh-oh.
What would that message be?
My message would be, man, listen, make sure you wake up every day and live your purpose because God is funny. God will put a vision. He will give you a vision, but if you don't.
What will happen? Come on, you better say it.
He's going to give it to somebody else, and then he'll show it to you 2 or 3 years later, and you'll say, man, I had that years ago. Mm-hmm. But God said, I gave it to you, but you didn't act on it. So every day you wake up, you should be trying to live your purpose. You should be so locked in your own lane. You don't got time to look at nobody else's lane. Mm-hmm. You don't got time to see what nobody else doing. Mm-hmm. This is your life. This is your brand. Listen, you are built for greatness. How bad do you want it?
How bad?
You know what I'm saying?
It's out here to get. I love that. That's a great message. Okay, those are my questions. Great job.
All right, man. Listen, man. Thank you guys for watching, man. Listen, this was an amazing podcast. I'm going to put all her information down below. Again, man, as I always tell you, go out, design the life you want, create the brand you deserve, but most importantly, leave your legacy with your own information and products. Be blessed. Peace.